Okay, hello fellow peers and future St. Ed's graduates. Did you know that according to the BBC, the number of students that study abroad annually has increased from 0.8 million in the year of 1975 to 3.7 million in 2009? I think that's a crazy incline of people who study abroad, and with globalization the way it is now, it's just going to keep steadily increasing. I'm here today to talk about Capstone in Chile, which is a program offered by St. Ed's during the summer of 2015. So if you have any questions, please hold those to the end. I'll be discussing why you all need this, some benefits and advantages, and also I'm going to make a comparison so that you guys don't feel gypped by just being taught about one program that St. Ed's has. So first, I want to demonstrate the need you all have for this, and I want to ask you guys a couple of questions. So if you could just answer those by raising your hand, it'll be greatly appreciated. So for the love of Capstone, how many of you all know that Capstone is a requirement in order to graduate from here? Good, everyone. Secondly, how many of you all still need to take Capstone? Just as I thought. Okay. Lastly, how many of you are dreading taking Capstone? Yep, okay. So with that concluded, you all obviously need Capstone, unfortunately. But why not take Capstone in an environment where you can have it less intimidating and less rigorously and actually be able to focus on it? Maybe while enjoying a nice glass of Chilean wine. Mind you, the drinking age is 19, so I think y'all are all good. This is actually a vineyard that is a part of the program that you go to, and you get to learn how the wine is made and how big of an impact Chilean wine has on its economy. So I think that's also a really fun thing that is offered. And it makes Capstone a little less painful. So next, I want to talk about some specifications of the program. You are able to take up to 6 hours of St. Ed's credit, which are 1233-31, which is Contemporary World Issues, and Capstone, which is notoriously and infamously unliked. However, we all need to do it. And 1233-31 is focused, when I went, it was on education. We got to go to an all-girls school, and at the end, we gifted them a water heater. I mean, Chile especially isn't the most economically advanced country of South America, but we went and kind of helped out where we could, and we also got to learn a lot about the kids there and how they live, and it was very interesting. Also, there are several really great excursions. One is to Santiago. We go to a lot of human rights museums, the Presidential Palace, a lot of very interesting things. The second one was to Pucón, Chile, which is like the equivalent to Breckenridge, Colorado. It's like a little ski city, and it's right on the northern part of the Patagonia region. So we actually got to go to a Patagonia store in Patagonia. It was pretty cool. And also airport pickup and drop-off arrangements are made, so you don't have to really worry too much about traveling alone. And a lot of St. Ed's students will be on the same flight as you, so you don't have to feel that scared of traveling by yourself and not knowing Spanish, because it's really intimidating. And there are also host family arrangements. So when I was there, I actually stayed with a Chilean family, and it was really interesting to get a first-hand experience of what it's like to live in a different country and get to conversate and live with another family on a day-to-day basis. The total for the actual program is $7,500 US. That's equivalent to part-time tuition here at St. Ed's. However, airfare and passport fees are not included in that price. And now that I've talked about some specifications of the program, I want to compare it to another summer program that St. Ed's offers, which is really popular nonetheless. And it's the one in Sevilla, Spain, that focuses on Spanish literature, history, and culture. The courses offered are also Contemporary World Issues and any Spanish course above intermediate level. There are several excursions to Madrid, Toledo, and Granada during the duration of the trip, which is 5 weeks. And there's also group airport pickup arrangements and host family arrangements. This one's a little cheaper. It's $100 cheaper, so I don't think that's enough money to sway you either way. and also airfare and passport fees are not included in the trip. So now that I've talked about some specifications of the Chile program and the comparison to another program offered here at St. Ed's during the same time period, I want to talk about some advantages I feel personally that the Capstone in Chile program has over the one in Spain specifically, and that's basically because of course offerings is one of the main reasons. I think that Capstone is something that you should take whenever you're not stressed about other classes. Like, mind you, like trying to take, if I had to take Capstone now when I was taking 12 other hours, I'd probably die and I'd be miserable and probably it just wouldn't be a good thing. But since I took it in the summer, it wasn't so bad because I got to focus on that, and the professors that's their only concern too, and they're also traveling with you, so they're less worried unless they understand that you're on a trip and you're traveling, and they're like, okay, yeah, maybe someone's 21st birthday was last night, they all went to a bar in like downtown Viña, so they kind of know the leniency that they can give you, and it's kind of cool. I feel like it's easy to convince parents or sponsors of your trips if you're going on a study abroad trip rather than like, hey mom, I'm going to Florida for spring break, I'm gonna get really drunk, you know, like, or just be bad. This is, hey mom, I'm gonna go do Capstone in Chile, like, you should be so proud, this is a great way for me to travel and get to know myself in the world, and there you go, just an easy selling point. And it's also a less tedious Capstone experience, I feel, because in Chile, we didn't have resources to print out a bunch of stuff, and pretty much one part of Capstone is that you have to create a portfolio of all the things you ever research, but we didn't have to do that because we didn't have paper to print out off of, so that was just kind of out the door for Capstone on our part. And also, the professors just know that you're doing other things, like, basically my professor was just like, you know, shoot for that C, you'll fix it when you get back to the States, not a big deal. Like, just know that Capstone isn't meant to like harm you or anything, and you're in a different country for that matter. And it's just less expensive. According to the Google currency converter thing, your euro is only 0.79 of a US dollar, so yeah, it was $100 cheaper for the whole program, but your dollar isn't going as far, so a glass of wine is going to cost you, water is going to cost you, everything is just going to be more expensive. And also, as a selling point to your parents, you can be like, you know, Mom, I could have gone to Spain, but the peso is worth way more in dollars, so that's just another thing you can talk about regarding that. So, an overview of why I think you all should consider signing up for the Capstone in Chile program. There are 3 awesome excursions. There's me, this girl right in the middle, you know. We went on a whitewater rafting trip in Pucón, Chile, and it was so fun. And we did a lot of other really fun things too. Chile is beautiful and less expensive, and just get Capstone over with and enjoy your senior year or whatever you have left. And by enjoy, I mean have fun looking for your future career and job. So lastly, I really think that studying abroad is essential to personal growth and just career-wise, and it's just an asset to yourself. So I don't see why anyone shouldn't study abroad, whether it's Capstone in Chile, going to CB to Spain, or anywhere. So please go sign up in the Office of International Education today, and I'll be handing out papers on the specific program of Capstone in Chile. Are there any questions? Yes.
Is there any, like, do you give any aid for summer, like a scholarship or something like that?